Think about something you used to love doing as a kid. Drawing, writing, playing an instrument, kicking a ball against a wall. For hours. You did it for no reason. No reward, no audience, no goal. Just because something inside you could not stop. Now think about what happened the moment someone started paying you for it, or grading you on it, or turning it into a job. For a lot of people, something quietly died. And it wasn't laziness, it wasn't burnout, it wasn't maturity. Your brain was sabotaged by the reward itself. This is called the Overjustification Effect, and it is one of the most important and most ignored findings in all of human psychology. In 1973, psychologists Mark Lepper, David Green, and Richard Nisbett at Stanford University ran an experiment on a group of nursery school children. They chose children who already loved drawing in their free time, not children who were told to draw, children who picked up crayons on their own without anyone asking them to. Children who drew purely for the love of it. They divided these children into 3 groups. The first group, the expected reward group, was told before drawing that they would receive a shiny certificate with a gold star and ribbon if they drew a picture, a real reward, promised up front. The second group, the unexpected reward group, was given the exact same certificate after drawing, but they had no idea it was coming. No promise was made beforehand. The third group, the no reward group, received nothing. They just drew. 2 weeks later, the researchers returned. They placed drawing materials quietly in the room and watched through a one-way mirror. They weren't testing drawing quality. They were watching one thing only. Which children chose to draw on their own? The children who received no reward? Still drawing freely. The children who got the surprise reward? Still drawing. But the children who had been promised the reward up front? They had almost completely stopped. The children who loved drawing the most, the ones specifically selected because of how much they loved it, had been turned off by a gold star and a ribbon. The reward didn't motivate them. It replaced their motivation. Here is exactly what happened inside those children's brains. Before the experiment, when a child picked up a crayon, their brain asked a simple question. Why am I doing this? And the answer was clean and honest. Because I love it. That answer felt good. It reinforced the behavior. It made them want to do it again, tomorrow. But the moment a reward was promised up front, the question got a new answer. Because I am getting a certificate. And that small shift changed everything. The brain is a meaning-making machine. It is always constructing a story about why you do what you do. When an external reward enters that story, the brain does something ruthless. It overwrites the internal reason. The love of the activity gets quietly reclassified from something I do because I want to something I do because I get paid to. And the moment the reward disappears or feels insufficient or becomes expected rather than exciting, the desire goes with it. Psychologists call this a shift from intrinsic motivation to extrinsic motivation, but what it really is a theft. The reward steals the one thing that was sustaining the behavior for free. And this is not just about children and gold stars. This is happening to adults, in offices, in creative careers, in relationships, every single day. The person who wrote in journals for years because they had to get the words out, who then started a blog for money and found they could no longer write a single honest sentence. The athlete who played with total abandon as a teenager, who turned professional and spent the next decade dreading practice. The person who cooked elaborate meals every Sunday because it brought them joy, who opened a restaurant and now finds the kitchen suffocating. The reward arrived. The joy departed. But here is the catch. The overjustification effect does not trigger with every reward. Unexpected rewards do not damage intrinsic motivation. Only expected rewards do. If someone does something they love and you surprise them afterward with recognition or money, the internal story stays intact. Their brain still answers the question, why did I do that? With, because I wanted to. The surprise gift arrives after the meaning was already made. It adds to the experience without replacing it. It is only when the reward is promised before the behavior, when the brain encodes the reward as the reason, before the activity even begins, that the internal motivation gets quietly erased. The timing is everything. Dangle the prize before, and you corrupt the process. Acknowledge the result after, and you leave the love untouched. Think about the things in your life that you genuinely love right now, the things you would do whether or not anyone was watching. Be very careful how you monetize them, because the research is unambiguous. The fastest way to kill something you love is to give your brain a different reason to do it. Protect the things you do for free. Not everything that can be monetized should be. And not everything that you love needs to become something you earn. Some things are worth more before the reward arrives.